Hi guys! In the previous session, we learned what is style and how function in Python. We also saw what is a string and learned about quotation marks in Python. Finally, we got familiar with 5 ways of concatenation in Python. In this session, we are going to focus on methods in Python. So first we should learn the definition and difference between function and method, and then we will learn the first set of string methods which contribute to presentation, modification, and manipulation of strings such as lower, upper, islower, isupper, casefold, capitalize, swapcase, and title. Here you can find out the difference between these methods and their usage. Please like and subscribe my channel if you find the content useful. Let's start with the difference between function and methods. There is a major difference between functions and methods. We call Python methods on an object and methods may modify an object, but functions don't. On the other hand, Python functions are sequence of statements which are in fact reusable code. We also can define our functions and we have built-in functions in Python. We will gradually get familiar with these functions in the future, but in this session we are just focused on the methods. Now we are going to get familiar with some methods. As I said, there is a difference between function and method. Function is a block of code and have a specified operation. On the other hand, methods modify our variable. Here an example. As you see, I have two variables, A and B. Value for A is dealt with lowercase letter and for B is dealt with uppercase letter. Now I'm going to change this lowercase to uppercase and this uppercase to lowercase. To do this, I use lower and upper methods. So I write dot upper parentheses and here after B I add point lower parentheses. If I run it, you see A equal dealt with uppercase letter and B equal dealt with lowercase letter. We also can check the entire string is uppercase or lowercase. To do this, let's first I delete a string, then I run it. So you see nothing changed, but the string A and B was deleted. Now I'm going to check A variable and B variable is uppercase or lowercase. So I change it to lower and before lower I add is. Our first result should be true and second result should be false. I run my code and you see the first result is true and second result is false. Another method is Casefold. It is exactly like the lower method if you want to use it in English. So I created a variable and stored a string inside. Then I create another variable and call it B equal A point Casefold and then print B variable. Let's look at the string inside A variable. As you see, some words and letters in the string are written capital. When I use Casefold, they convert to lowercase. So what is the difference between Casefold method and lower method? Casefold method is stronger than lower method, which means it works on a wide variety of alphabets in other languages. If your language is English, there aren't any difference between them. But if the alphabet which you use are completely or slightly different from English, I highly recommend Casefold method. The plus in German means the river in English. Take it as an example. Let's see what will happen when I use lower and Casefold method. As you see, I stored the plus in the A and B variables. For A variable, I'm going to use Casefold method, and for B variable, we use lower method. When I run the code, you see the ESET hasn't changed in the B variable. But Casefold method converts ESET letter to double S. In Python, the capitalize method converts the first character of a string to capital or uppercase letter. If the string has its first character as capital, then it returns the original string. If we have capital words in our string, capitalize, convert them to lowercase. The Swapcase method returns the lowercase letters uppercase and the uppercase letters lowercase. The title method returns a string where the first character in every word is uppercase, like a header or a title. If the word contains a number or a symbol, the first letter after that will be converted to uppercase. The isTitle method returns true if all words in a text start with an uppercase letter and the rest of the word are lowercase letters. Otherwise, it returns false. You should know that symbols and numbers are ignored.